Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey,
And I'm Jacob.
and today we are back with Batman by Matt Fraction. This is issue number 3. A promising Riddler on the cover. A Riddler who's in the issue for 3 pages, I think, altogether. 4, 5, yeah, 4 or 5.
Look, I like his appearance though.
I do. It is great. It is. I did really.
Oh my
it.
God, Matt Fraction packs a lot into this.
Yeah,
so much is being packed into this, guys. Like
we were talking just before recording about the idea of Fraction doing individual stories per issue, and I have heard Matt Fraction talk about this in interviews actually since you brought it up in our last recording session for the first 2 issues. And the intent is to do individual stories for each issue, but also I do like that there is still an individual story here. As to how much of that issue the story takes up, I think is the question. Like the Riddler thing to me is the individual story here, and there's this much larger framing of what is happening throughout Gotham as the rest of the story for the issue. If that makes sense.
I also, can I just say, after this issue, am so more fascinated about what Fraction's going to do with the Bat family.
Yes,
there are not our open. There's so much of this issue is just these individual character vignettes, all adding something to telling this whole story. The first one is this kid living in Gotham.
A kid that looks and is suspiciously dressed like Miles Morales. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but whatever.
It might be. It might be. Jorge Jimenez, Mr. Jimenez. What are you doing with that?
But yeah, kid sees the thing from the last issue of Batman saving Robin from these police.
I love this idea of Batman still as myth in Gotham. Of there's this idea that
obviously not in the way that he originally was, but still.
No, it's. I hate to say it, it reminds me of the Candyman.
I
might be because I just watched Candyman
for the first time, which is my favorite horror movie. I'm so excited that you watched it. I'm glad that you liked it. But I absolutely get that. But of course, I guess sort of in that similar vein, like Batman is provable fact. You can prove that Batman is here and that he does exist. But also, it is the way that people treat that legend, treat that myth in this community that affects the way that he is perceived.
Can I also say, people got mad on your TikTok, I think, about us saying.
Yeah. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this.
Back in Batman number 2, we talked about Batman saying ACAB during the whole fucking police brutality scene in that issue, and yeah, that's absolutely what it fucking was. You fuckheads.
I mean, I'll be the one to play devil's advocate here because I guess I have to. Yes. This isn't going outright and saying we need to dismantle the police and the criminal justice system in the United States and build it up as something better. It goes pretty damn far to be right, hey, these cops suck. Vandal Savage is representative of the system.
Yeah.
There's a reason in this issue we have some stuff with both Gordon and corrupt cop, bastard. Now, I guess with a heart of gold after so many years of publishing, kind of just happens, Harvey Bullock. But they are both explicitly not cops. Bullock's a private detective.
Yeah, and Gordon's a beat cop.
Let's be honest, there's an argument to be made that a detective as a role predates the idea of the police, especially the idea of the police force in the United States, where it is explicitly a through line from the end of the Civil War and slavery and trying to find runaway slaves and oppressing people. So trust me, I am aware of the history of the police.
Yeah.
This is also fiction, and we can look into what is being said.
Yeah.
I also just love the Gordon Bullock scenes.
Yes.
Because they're really fun. They're really fun. They're maybe a bit self-referential. I'd like to say, thank you to Matt Fraction for giving us some Tim Drake content.
Yeah.
specifically, like, maybe putting a strain on Bruce's relationship with Tim. Tim's not actually in this much. He's confined to a hospital bed.
Yeah,
He gets like 4 lines of dialogue.
Mhm.
His current boyfriend, however, is. And I think that's this fascinating, protective boyfriend who has noticed, doesn't know Tim as Robin, doesn't know Bruce as Batman, is an outsider.
Yeah, and just notices that, like, whenever Tim goes out with Bruce, Tim comes back beaten up and not doing well, and just like we see Bernard here just like treat Bruce like, yeah, no, he's bad for Tim, or at least that's the way he perceives it.
Yes. Which is
I like that idea.
Which is bold and fascinating because in current continuity, Bruce is like Tim's adopted father. But...
Bruce's relationship with Tim is arguably right now the healthiest it's ever been. But also, like, how do other people view that? Especially when they're on the outside.
Other people that. Also, I'm just glad we're getting like something out of this relationship outside of a Pride anthology. Again, love the Pride anthologies. We've covered them for the last 3 years, I think. Yeah. 3 years?
Yeah. 3 years.
But
it's nice to see it.
Let these characters exist.
Yeah. I like our little news broadcast segment here. I with Hugo Strange. I find this really, really interesting.
Yeah, definitely not hinting at trying to get Giancarlo Esposito in that role for the DCU.
Look at him! Look at that man! Look at him right now!
Mr. Jimenez, who does the colors on this? Is it? Oh yeah, it's Tamu Moray, who is lovely as always. I'm like, I see what you're doing. I would love to say I'm here for it. I kind of am.
I'm kind of here for it. I can think of a couple other good Esposito roles for in the DC universe.
I just want Esposito not to play a villain. He's always put.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice.
It's like the man has more in him than villain.
Manhunter. Yeah, I'll keep saying Martian Manhunter till they give it to him. But yeah,
I love the thread of this idea of like the Crown of Storms, which is supposed to regulate the mind to help with the criminal underbelly in Gotham. Mm-hmm. However, the name like Crown of Storms has like an almost pseudo-fascist ring to it.
I mean,
in my mind,
they're literally talking about like eugenics in this scene. Like it's not like they're not being subtle with it. It's
no. And I mean, there's it's possibly unreliable because the criticism is coming from Hugo Strange, someone who the audience obviously does not trust. He is evil.
Famously.
Famously
a bad guy.
I also love the way Bruce is drawn in a lot of these panels. I think we need to bring up. There's a lot of like centering his face.
Yeah. I do also love the little trick that Jimenez does with transitioning from the hospital scene into the scene with Damian with Bruce's face across those two panels. Looks great. Love that. Love the Damian scene in and of itself. I think that's just fantastic. Another just great Batman Robin dynamic that we're putting a little bit of a strain on just to test that a little bit more. Not that Bruce and Damian have not been strained to the fucking max in the past, but I find this particularly interesting. Pushing for Damian to like go to college. Like, I don't know. I just like the idea. Also, letting Damian kind of grow. Like, it's a good thing.
Let's be honest. The two of like our 4 Bat Boys, the ones that need to grow up are Tim and Damian. Like,
yeah.
We've allowed Dick and Jason to age.
Yeah.
I've noticed you've kept Tim and Damian perpetually young, and it's
God, I love the little moment with Alfred after Damian leaves. Bruce going, I ever do that to you, Alfred? Because Damian kicks Bruce in the dick. And Alfred goes, physically, sir? No. Spiritually, many, many times. We also have a great scene of Bruce with Wayne Enterprises. Bruce still has like a say in the company, but is clearly just like not as powerful as he once was, and is facing a lot of pushback in this. We have our Riddler scene as well, which I really enjoy. I love the idea of Edward just slowly reverting back to insanity. I would say
clearly the running thread of this run. That's going to be the running thread because it's happened twice now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, with Croc, of course. And now here, I'll be curious to see what other villains we do this with, if at all, if any. I'm assuming we're going to do it with more. Actually, we have Hugo Strange kind of in a good place right now. Maybe we could do it with him eventually.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Is he currently as a good guy though? In continuity, is he reformed? I'm not quite sure.
I don't think he's fully reformed, but I mean, like he's still, as far as we see him in this broadcast here, like
in this broadcast, he's in like better like legal standing.
Mm-hmm.
Morally, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like the twist is something's happening at Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
Like also the kid from the opening might end up being a recurring character because he has the footage of he has the footage of
Vandal Savage. Planting the evidence on the body with the Batarang, and he's giving it to a guy that works at a newspaper. Of course, we enter our Arkham cliffhanger, and we'll see where that goes next time. I'm curious to see just like how much Fraction does toe the line between like individual story and larger running narrative. There's clearly like an attempt to make them more individual stories, but I mean, like the nature of comics in general kind of necessitates that we have to do the whole like that like the stories are going to have to connect somehow eventually in some way.
Yes. I'm just glad it doesn't seem like he's writing for the trade. He's writing for the singles, which I particularly like. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Love a good trade that you can package as a single story.
Mm-hmm. People like longer running narratives. That's nice. It's a good thing. But also, when the prices of single issues are continually rising, and I mean, God, they're regularly $4 or $5 now anymore. Like, you're not. It's reasonable for fans to think that they're not getting their money's worth. And when you can give someone a single, full, complete story in a single issue, and they're getting their money's worth for that $4 or $5 they're spending on an issue, it's not a bad thing. It's certainly not a bad thing. So I don't know.
It's a good thing. It also is. I like to bring up the soap opera comparison. Making it more long running makes it easier to onboard people in the middle of a run.
Yeah, totally.
It makes it a lot easier than. Like, I can see where the idea of like let's take in my mind the Scott Snyder run of Batman, because everybody knows that run. Mm-hmm. Court of Owls and City of Owls. The first year is for basically 2 trades. Death of the Family's not really that's a new fresh start. Mm-hmm. It's not the best onboarding. Like
and it fills up a nice trade length of 5 issues because one of them's double length. Like. Or no, I think 2 are double. Plus there are backups in there. Like, it's. I don't hate the writing for the trade method, but also it does. Like, as someone that's been a lifelong single issue collector, I know I have been less and less incentivized to buy single issues lately. So it's gotta have something to do with it. So I know you don't buy singles, so you don't quite relate in the same way. But yeah, it is interesting. If nothing else. All right, I think that does it. A bit of a longer one-shot today. If you enjoyed this, be sure to check out other Fresh Face one-shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Trinity Daughter of Wonder Woman, the spin-off of Wonder Woman. Of course, we're covering Batman by Matt Fraction. We did also recently finish our coverage of Batman The Last Halloween. All 10 issues of that are out now. You can check out that. There's a playlist on the channel. You can check that out there. We're also covering DCKO, the current DC Comics event, which has been very fun, and the Superman tie-ins that are tying into it, obviously. We're also covering the Unbreakable X-Men by Gail Simone, which is replacing Uncanny currently until Uncanny X-Men comes back in January. And check out the main podcast, Fresh Face Comics. Recently, at the time of this coming out, we have put out an episode on the Uncanny X-Men Volume 5, the Dark Phoenix Saga by Chris Claremont. Next up, we have 2 episodes coming up on Alias by Brian Michael Bendis. Going to be all kinds of fun. It's our first time covering Jessica Jones on the podcast. So actually, no, I guess second time, because we did the bonus
second time
bonus episode on the first season of the show. So check that out as well. All right, I think that about does it. Link trees, socials, all that down below in the description, as well as our Patreon, patreon.com/BloodDonut You can get all kinds of fun things there, like early Star Trek reviews, Star Trek commentaries, Fresh Face extras, and if you're not into any of that, there's a general support tier. That'll get your name down in the description below. It'll be the first thing that people will see when they go down there. They'll see your name there. They'll see that you're a cool person. They'll want to be a cool person too. They'll join the Patreon. That's how it happens. Now I'm actually done. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan.
Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.